What's going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dobrunsky here, and today's video is going to do a quick overview of the new martial arts assassin. Now, I'm going to be entirely honest, I have never respec'd so many times in a single stream for a character other than trying to optimize this build. So I'm going to give you guys free range to let me know in the comment section below how you guys would tweak the build. Tell me how I built the martial arts assassin wrong. I want to hear from all the martial arts sin experts in chat. So, this build has changed quite a bit from LOD. They added a base increase attack rating to the martial arts skills, but they changed the way that you can release them. I'm just going to quickly show you guys how you can now release these charges in 3 different stages instead of hitting it once and then releasing all the charges. So I have all 3 charges built up. Now, prior in LOD, when you would use a finishing charge, you would use up all 3 stages, but now you can use 3 in quick succession. So it does end up being some extra damage. I find this such a clunky skill build to play with. I don't know. I tried a couple different options. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you guys would tweak anything. So for the attributes, I just went with max vitality. Offhand, so enough strength to equip my gear. Everything else vitality. Main hand, I have more strength. That's because of the gear that I'm using. Now for the skill tree, ooh, Merc was having a brain aneurysm there. I went back and forth on so many different ways to build this. I've tried Dragon Talon. You can fire off the martial arts charges in quick succession, but if you have too many points, you're kind of locked in place. Dragon Claw is cool, but you need to pair that with Claw Mastery because you're attacking with the Claw to release the charges. I'm using Dragonflight to reposition, so I have 1 hard point into all of these, but I did put a bunch of points into Dragon Tail. Playing around, it seems like it is a better complement, so I have a lot of lightning damage, some physical, and then I finish off with fire. So yes, in like Chaos Sanctuary, it sucks on the Venom Lords, but everything else, it's additional fire damage. And then I am using, for this setup, Claws of Thunder. So I put 20 hard points into Claws of Thunder, and then 20 hard points into Phoenix Strike. So the reason why I went this route is because skill Phoenix Strike is very awkward. Meteor is always late, it's delayed, it doesn't do much damage. Chain Lightning and Ice Bolt damage is okay. But with this setup, I have 8,400 lightning damage, 5,000 Nova damage, and 7,900 Charge Bolt damage. So I just release all these, and paired with the fire damage from Dragon Tail. And then you need Fists of Fire maxed for... No, I disagree, Zombie. This is a Claws of Thunder build, not a fire damage setup. So I lost my train of thought here, but yeah, so these are maxed. Now for Shadow Disciplines, I put 20 hard points into Venom, and then all these are 1-point wonders with a bunch of points into Shadow Master. So there's a lot of different builds, even based on what Zombie said there in the chat. You could go full Phoenix Strike, put hard points into Fist of Fire, Claws of Thunder, and Blades of Ice. I don't think, personally, like Chaos Sanctuary, I don't think Fists of Fire would fit very well. Now for the gear, this is like, it's kind of like the martial arts assassin is kind of like a Boazon. So you need really good gear, and then it's like good on players 1 and 3. It's not the best on P8. I did forget to mention, and I have 100 point into Death Sentry, so I use Death Sentry for Corpse Explosion. When you get a bunch of kills, you chain together Corpse Explosion. It works pretty good. But the gear, I'm using dual Bartucks. I have a Faceted Shaco, Mara's, Chains of Honor, Arachnids Mesh, Raven Frost, a Dual Leech Ring, Drax for Life Tap proc, and then upped Gore Rider Boots for kick damage. I have Martial Arts Skillers. Again, hero edited, but just want to show off the full potential of the build. Different small charms, Torch and Annie, offhand CTA and Spirit, and the Mercenary is Fortitude, V-Gaze, and Infinity with a Holy Freeze aura for crowd control and slowdown. So I'll do players 1 Chaos, and then we'll kind of jump it up to E3. I don't think this is a P8 build. I just don't think it is personally. I'm going to kind of skip through most of this River of Flame. We get to Chaos. Cool thing about Dragonflight is as long as there's a monster, you can actually just chain together teleport, so that's pretty cool. So I kind of just draw out my Death Sentry. Try and chain together Corpse Explosions. And then I just keep my charges up and alternate back and forth between my finishing move to dump my charges. And then back to stacking the charges again with Claws of Thunder. This is Players 1. A lot of people were kind of back and forth on the Death Sentry, but I feel like the Death Sentry is actually a really good complement to the build. Because as long as you're chaining together Corpse Explosions, it actually works out pretty good. Now the fire damage from the Dragon Tail does nothing on the Venom Lords, but I still feel like from all the testing I did, it was the best setup. I will go to P3 after I do 2 seals, and you guys kind of see how the clear speed starts to slow down a bit. And I almost think that Death Sentry is probably carrying the build more than what Claws of Thunder is, actually. Vizier is gonna sit out there like a dummy. If you build it right, you can do it on Players 6 easy zombie. Well, I guess I built it wrong. You're pumping out your Fists of Fire for Chaos Sanctuary? Okay. Yeah, it's a fun build. It's not top tier. You can teleport with Dragon Flight pretty good though, so... Now you can hear that, like, the Corpse Explosion. That's pretty cool. Jump up to P3, press the run. I agree. I probably A tier with top tier gear. And B tier, like, with average gear. It's a fun build to play. They did improve like attack rating and... But I could almost see adding more damage to these charges. I don't know. Level 49 Blades of Ice, or Blades of Claws of Thunder is 1 to 9k, so 4.5k average damage. I think you could easily add more damage. I don't think people would. See, this is pretty bad. Immune to rely on the mercenary. I'll finish off with Diablo. You could use Griffins. I didn't think about that. You don't have tons of lightning damage. You have DR, life, mana, MF with the Shaco, or you could use Griffins for more lightning damage. That's true. I didn't think about that. You can maybe even use Crescent Moon or something like that for more negative. Actually, now that I think about it, Crescent Moon and a Phase Blade and Griffins would maybe be pretty cool with Claws of Thunder setup. But anyways, guys, that is the Martial Arts Assassin. Again, I'm the furthest thing from pro of this build, but again, let me know in the comment section below. Give me a knowledge drop if you think I built the character wrong. I do think the idea of Crescent Moon and Griffins or something, now that I think about it, would be pretty cool with like 1 to 8, 9k Claw of Thunder. Double Claw should be better at building up charges. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a brand new build. I've never really played this a ton. It's fun. There's definitely a lot of different ways to tweak it. Like, you could use Death Sentry, not use Death Sentry. You could use a different finishing move to release the charges. You don't have to use Dragon Tail. You could use Dragon Talon or Dragon Claw. You can change these synergies as well. Like, you could do Blades of Ice. This is just Claws of Thunder setup. Not claiming it to be perfect. I do think that the martial arts Sin is a ton of fun, but I don't think I'd ever play the build. It just... pretty crazy gear for decent players, 3 clear speed. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you throw a like on it, that'd be awesome, and I'll catch you on the next video or live stream. Peace out.